Hi, Web Design 1 class. This is Mrs. Miskin. I'm going to go over the HTML practice pages for today. This one is the About Me page or the resume page, or you can do both if you have enough time. So I'm going to first share my screen so that you can see what the page looks like. Okay, so this is the About Me page. We've got a heading here. We've got an HR, a horizontal rule underneath it. Then a smaller subheading, an unordered list with a link in it. We'll go over that in a minute. Then 3 pictures that match those 3 things that are in the list. Then you have another subheading, 3 more things in an unordered list, 3 more pictures. A third subheading and another unordered list and another set of 3 pictures. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need to do in brackets is set up a new file. I'm going to go over this for the first one, and then you'll just need to do that same step if you do the second page. So let's go. I'm going to switch back to brackets. And you're going to start by doing File and New, and then getting your page here. And before you do any code, remember, let's do File and Save. And this is the About Me page. So I'm going to find my web design folder. And I'm going to call this one About Me. And you can do a hyphen, you can do an underscore, or you can just do aboutme.html. Remember, all lowercase, no spaces. Okay, and then you're going to hit save. Start with the doc type. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so doc type. And then we're going to have the open HTML tag. Remember, it gives us the closing line, so I'm just entering down quite a bit. Then I'll come back up here, and I'm going to tab in to put my head tags and enter down again. And go down, and let's enter in the body tags. Got a little bit too much space there, so I'm just going to delete that so there's not as much space in between those two. Okay. So this is a good setup. You will need to have a title inside the head for each one of the practice pages. So I'm just going to tab in here inside of head, and I'm going to put that title tag. And for this one, because it's the About Me page, I'm just going to really put About Me. All right, About Me. Okay, and you can put About Me and then your name if you want to, but there needs to be a title on the page. All right, you can save that and preview it if you want. I'm going to go back to the practice page preview. I'm not going to show you the code for these because you're going to come up with the things that you put on that page. Okay, but I am just going to go over really quick how you will do that. So let's go back to our preview. Okay, so remember, all of these are going to be inside of the body. Notice here in the tab, I've got About Me. So in the body, and on Schoology too, there are some requirements. So you just need to double check before you finish what you need to have as far as those requirements go. So this one, it's going to be the main idea of the page. So our most important heading, which will be in H1. And then you can put this horizontal rule underneath it. Then a smaller subheading. So I'm going to say probably an H2 or an H3 on that one. Then you're going to do an unordered list right here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my little spotlight tool so that we can highlight this. Okay, so right here, here's our subheading. So an H2 or an H3 would be great on that one. Then an unordered list with 3 list items and 3 pictures that go with these 3 things. So notice I've got chocolate, kiwis, and strawberries. Okay, so you're going to pick the 3 categories that you want to use for this one. So if you want to have food, if you want to have games, school subjects, sports, movies, music, whatever you like, pick 3 categories and then 3 things within each of those 3 categories. So for example, I've got food, I've got 3 foods. I've got sports as my next one and 3 sports written down in here. 3 pictures to go with those 3 items. Then a third one with 3 things in the unordered list and 3 pictures again. You are free to get whatever pictures you would like from Google. I would suggest, if you can see right here, the way that my pictures are, they're all lined up in a row and they're all the same height. I just use the height attribute in my HTML. So if it helps, let me just go over this portion right here so that you can see how to do that. And then it will be a little bit easier when you're coding it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop share on this one and switch back to brackets. And so, okay, I'm not going to put the heading or the horizontal rule in here. You just need to put that inside the body first. But I would put probably an H3 on that one because it was a little bit smaller. And that one said foods. Okay. So now I'm going to put an unordered list. And I had chocolate. Whoops, I forgot my list item. And I'm just going to highlight that really quick. Sorry. And put that there. Okay, now I can put my, there we go. Nest it properly. Okay, so chocolate, kiwis, and strawberries. Now, after that unordered list, it should be outside of the list that you put these images. So you're going to put your image source equals and I don't remember if I'm just going to pick one in here just so that I have a picture. That's okay because it's not the same one. And then what I would use here is the height attribute, height equals, and then kind of pick a number that looks reasonable, probably 200 for 200 pixels is going to look good. And then just close the tag. And then you'll put a second one and a third one there. And let me go back to that preview really quick and just show you one more thing. So we'll go back to preview. Now, one of the other requirements is that you have 2 external links on this page. So notice that chocolate, if I click on that, it opens in a new tab and goes to a chocolate website. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how you would code that. The easiest thing to do is to open up a new tab and go to that website. And then here in the address bar, here in the top corner, hopefully you're following my mouse a little bit, you just want to Control-C, copy that. And let's go back to brackets. So on this list item, I'm going to do my A, href equals. And then in that quotation, I'm going to paste what I copied from the address bar, close it. Sorry, just closing quotation, space. Now I need to open it in a new tab. So I need that target equals blank attribute. So I'm going to type in target. And then I'm going to choose the underscore blank. Okay. And then close that tab. Now it gives me the closing A tag right here. I need to move that until to it's after the word chocolate. Otherwise, if I leave it right here, there's nothing to click on, nothing that's hyperlinked. Okay, so that's how you're going to put your external link into this one. All right, let me just real quick review the second one. So that should get you pretty close on the About Me page. So find some pictures and look up a couple of different websites to do those external links. And then you're going to have 3 sets of 3. So 3 different categories. Each one of those has 3 things in the unordered list. You can do an ordered list too if you want just one of the lists. And then 3 pictures after it. 2 external links somewhere on the text in there. Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how to structure that About Me page. Now let's take a look at the next one, which is the resume page. So I'm going to grab my little spotlight here. So you're going to go through the same process. You're going to do File and New, File and Save, put it into your web design folder. This one you should probably just call resume.html. And then you're going to start with the required tags. And I won't go over those again because I did that in the first one, but you'll have the same things. Doc type, the open and close HTML, open and close head, open and close body. Inside of the head, again, put a title so that you can see something here in the top tab. And then this one, your structure here is going to be an H1 again for your name. And then you're going to have a picture. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a picture of you. It could be a picture that represents you or something just kind of fun. Either way, I just need to see a picture here. Okay, then you're going to have a horizontal rule next. Then this right here, if you notice, these are not separate paragraphs. This is one paragraph that has been separated on a single line. So that's going to use the BR tag. Okay, so write your address, and then after that portion in the paragraph, put a BR, write your phone number, put a BR, write your email address. So this is just one paragraph right here. Okay, then we're going to have 4 subheadings on this one. The last one we had 3, this one we have got 4. One of them needs to be objective, one needs to be education, one work experience, and then one awards and certifications. Okay, they all need to be the same subheading. So I would suggest an H2 on that one since you have H1 at the very top. Then underneath each of those H2 tags, you're going to use a combination of paragraphs, smaller headings, or unordered or ordered lists. Okay, so in this example, this is a paragraph underneath this H2. Then underneath this H2, I've got an H3 and a paragraph. Underneath this H2, I've got another H3 and an unordered list. And this one had just an unordered list under that last one. Now for this one, you can get a little bit creative. You can write, your dream resume. You can write your resume as if, as it is now, or you can just make something up. I really am just looking at the code and what tags you're using and how you're organizing the structure on it. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some really good ideas on this one. And that's the resume page. Okay, so make sure that you are coding. And if you have time, I would suggest do both. The more practice that you get, the better you're going to be when it comes time to do your final project.